Hello, muli mutya mwasuze mutya mugamba mutya baddiya bange. I hope you're doing pretty okay. My apologies for not having dropped you some videos on here. I was a little bit caught up, but busy. I had traveled to Uganda to see my people. And right before I even dive into story time or, like gossip time, I wanna, like just you how Uganda is and what's happening right now. Nothing much is happening, but Uganda navuddeyo era baabatumidde ngamba mmwe abamaze akaseera nga temuddayo waka ne baŋŋamba mbu nno mbagambe bobeera ng'olina empapula esobola okuzaayo ewaka ne bw'otalinda akasente kangi genda munnange olabeko ab'ewaka naddala nga oleseeyo abazadde n'abaana nti nno omuzadde asobola understandinga nga munnange tozeeyo na kinene naye nga omulabyeko kubanga obulamu bw'ennaku zino butono nnyo ate nga ffe munnange abakyalina chance ebeera ne bakadde baffe oba era ku bakadde baffe nga bakyali balamu. That is really a big chance cause obulamu bw'ennaku zino bumpi nnyo, so fissayo koko akaseera ogende olabeko ku mukaddewo akulereko akuweeko ku mikisa nga badde akasente ku Bulaaya tekaweze bulungi kubanga era all in all n'atwala bingi teyatuuka waka. Kakati embeera eri mu Kampala yaffe gyeri, Kampala nnungi, Kampala tekyali yemu. Gwe kasodda aludde nga toddako waka mukwano Kampala yakyuka. Sijja kwogera statement abasama abasinga gye batera okukola nga bagamba Kampala ya bbeeyi ennaku zino. Kampala has always been ya bbeeyi. It's just that it depends on your what you want to enjoy. But if you really want to enjoy a decent stay and a good stay, you gotta spend some money in Uganda. And it's not on luxury, but it's on like an unnecessary comfortable life. You gotta spend some money. Kampala yayononeka teyayononeka naye kati cost of living yeeyongerera nno ddala era gwa abadde ali eyo ng'olowooza mbona ogenda kugenda e Kampala abantu abatiipinga omutwalo mukwano olabye era nkusekeredde yeeyo Kampala yaffe ebinnya bingi nnyo okusingira ddala ne wabireka. And my greatest thrust this vacation has been driving in a road that is a one-way and it's not marked that it is a one-way. Ngovuga and an officer stops you and says, "Hey ma'am, you're driving in a wrong way." Now, much as I totally understand that it's not even okay to drive in a one-way, that it is against all traffic laws to drive in a one-way, there is nothing that shows me that is a one-way. And it's really very frustrating that like an officer stops you and they say, "Hey, that's a one-way." You're like, there is nothing over there that shows that this is a one-way. And given that they don't want to be challenged, they don't want you to put that out, that, hey, there is nothing that shows this is a one-way. And hey, I don't have to even be living outside of Uganda to fall into such a problem. Not everybody that lives in Kampala knows each and every street being a one-way or not. So the only way to know is if you demarcate those streets and those roads. So please, mutuyambe, so that we don't fall into the hands of these gluttons. Of course, you would rather, they either want you to bribe them or you pay $100. That's not, fair. So please, we urge and we call upon all people responsible for marking roads in Uganda, whether it's traffic police, or whether it's UNRWA, or whether it's what, I don't know, but please, mutuyambe, this issue is appalling and it needs immediate attention. Bannange eggwanga lyaffe lino okwowaddiwolereza tulyagala nnyo naye please mutuyambe. That issue over there, it's very frustrating. It's very like unreasonable when you charge me $100 for a traffic offense I could have avoided if I had all the information and knowledge. Thank you. Next point is abantu e Kampala baavu. Balinamu naye ng'era abaavu bambi be basinga. Uganda Techali Kampala yafe eri where people party all night. Yes, people do party all night, but now it's not every day like our old Kampala where people go out every damn day. This time they go out and it's a full house, but only on specific days. Oluseke luli eri. Basweet oluseke luli e Kampala. Kati oluseke aside, still on the issue of the roads, badi ebinya byeyongera. Nze simanyi bakazi bali Kampala we bakuzambuto ne bazizaala. Bannange enguudo mbi buli wootuuka n'akaali kaleeta enkali edda kaziba. Ekinnya kiri mu Kampala. But that aside, it's our beautiful Kampala. I don't think Kampala now has the seasons of hot and wet. You people, Kampala is hot. I think Mbalina summer. Kampala is hot. Of course, Kampala is dusty. But Kampala is Kampala and we love Kampala. So navuddeyo baba tumidde nnyo. Babagambye temulwayo nnyo mukomengawo mubalabeko abakyala e Kampala. They are working more. I was very impressed and wowed. At least in all the spaces that I went to, I saw more women than men, and that was a very good thing. And that means that our ladies, slowly by slowly, they are trying to overcome the problem of financial dependence, and maybe we hope that as time goes on, we are going to be able to try to reduce on the causes of domestic violence that are mainly geared and triggered by lack of financial independence. And another heartbreaking thing, you people, Kampala restaurants are not Ugandan anymore. Yep. They're going to bring you a menu regardless, even if it's not an uptown one, even if it's not Sheraton or Serena or Grand Imperial or Latitude or anywhere. All menus of places right now are Bulaya menus. I desperately looked for Katogo in some good location and I could not. And that was 11 a.m. in the morning. You're seeing things like chicken breast, chicken basket. You're seeing things like frankfurters and hot dogs. You're seeing things like shawarma. You're seeing things we don't have our usual Ugandan local food, of course, unless you go to like specific places like Jekoni, which is really very overrated. And so, as in those local, but our good hotels and restaurants do not have local food unless you look for local food in those bufundas. So most Ugandan good places are not Africanized when it comes to the meals. Unfortunately, it is the junk shit on those menus. Unfortunately. So we hope one day we get back. And that was it for my Kampala trip. And in my next video, nenda kubaletera olugambo lombadde mumbuuza senga Dana Nabatanzi ne Florence Nampi Jababa. Ladies and gentlemen, in my next video, I am bringing you that just right about now.